latest cool toys that we're going to be taking a look at today on the channel are these Gremlins Bendyfigs. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know I'm a huge Gremlins fan, and since Christmas is right around the corner, what better time than to showcase these Gremlins figures? Now, right out of the gate, I can tell you it's pretty cool because we got representation for both the original Gremlins movie as well as Gremlins 2, the new batch, which is pretty exciting because most of the time a lot of people just kind of pretend that doesn't exist, but I'm a big fan of even the second movie. Packaging wise, pretty straightforward. You got your blister pack on the front, card Gizmo there on the left hand side, as well as your classic Gremlins logo and everything, and your name down here as well of what character it is. On the back side, you got a picture of each figure in the series, so we got all 4 of them right here to check out today, as well as a nice little glam shot of the specific figure of the Bendyfig. You know me though, I've got to get these things out of the plastic prisons so we can check these figures out up close and personal, shall we? So now that all the figures are unboxed, each one of them does come with its own dedicated display stand, figure stand, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see right now, they're actually pretty well balanced. They'll stand on their own, but obviously if you're going to pose them differently or you just want that extra little support and stability, the base stand is the way to go. It has the Gremlins logo there on the front, and then it has this, as you can see, the light hitting it, this kind of like lightning bolt design aesthetic there on the top of it. It's not a print error or anything. They all have that exact same aesthetic on there. And then the underside of it, it's just the Bendyfigs embossed logo, your legal jargon, and the Noble Collection toys. So each figure has its own little peg holes at the bottom of the feet. You're just gonna put them on there, and then voila, that's how it works. Check out my main man Gizmo. Got to start with Gizmo. Now these are Bendyfigs. They're not necessarily highly articulate. They're super bendy as the name suggests, but they don't really stay as much in place as you maybe might expect them to. Gizmo in particular, I mean, he's pretty much a solid form base body. That's just the way the character is designed. That's no fault of Bendyfigs, but you can, you know, stretch his legs out and things like that, but they're not really going to stay or pose anywhere. His arms are the same kind of thing. They're kind of permanently stuck in this outward position. You can like fold them down, but they'll pop right back up. His ears are actually the one thing that's really articulated and bendy here, so you can like fold his ears in and they'll stay a little bit. You can fold them out, so you can get some posability with Gizmo and his ears. Since he is a smaller figure, he actually does come with an accessory. Comes with this little classic trumpet, and as you can see right here on the back side of his palm, he has a hole there. So you're just going to get the trumpet, put it there, and then voila, Gizmo is holding his little trumpet accessory. So for scale, get the tape measure out. So Gizmo is a little under 4 inches tall. And for comparison's sake, here's the NECA Ultimate Gizmo. Obviously 2 different price points and 2 different styles of figures. But for scale wise, you can see it's pretty much very close in terms of size and portions and everything like that. So the $20 Gizmo versus a $30 Gizmo, it's pretty impressive. Detail wise though, I mean, the aesthetic, the paint specifically on his eyes, he got that nice little white spot, so that nice little glisten on his eyes. It's got nice texture since this is all a solid piece of, you know, rubber plastic, tufts in his fur and everything. Looks great. I mean, overall, it's a good looking Gizmo. I mean, it could be worse. So here's like my old school LJN Gizmo figure from 1984. So as you can see, toys have come a long way. Obviously, technology's advanced over the years, but you know, 1984, solid piece of plastic with some quote-unquote articulated arms versus today's modern plastic. So pretty impressive. Next, let's take a look at Stripe, main antagonist of the series. Now, he's going to be a little more posable than Gizmo because his arms and limbs or everything are going to be a little bit longer. But again, like I said, these are not really going to like stay. They're not super hard wire forms or anything like that, but you can, as the name suggests, bend them and pose them that way. So we can get his arms out a little bit, you can raise them up, but they're not going to stay. They're continually going to kind of droop down. The legs a little bit easier. Those will bend, twist, and turn. His feet in particular, so that's easier to pose him and get him to stand, things like that. But as far as details, got nice raised edges here on the scales, up on the shoulder. You know, you got the spikes here on the back; those stick out. Got a nice detail of his, you know, his mohawk, his striped mohawk. Obviously, Mohawk is the guy we're gonna look at next, but he's got his, you know, scaled tail here, nice and pliable. But details wise, I mean, I'm very impressed with what we're getting here for the $20 price point as far as how well the paint applications are put on these, how detailed the sculpts are. I mean, this is, you know, a solid piece of giant rubber, but you'd never know just from looking at it from afar, because the details, like even the teeth look great, eyeballs, everything. Paint job's great on these guys. Gotta give them a thumbs up on that one. Next, Mohawk, the actual Mohawk. Like I said, Stripe's got a Mohawk, but this guy, Mohawk, truly lives up to the name Mohawk. So we got this scaled Mohawk, goes all the way down to his lower back. Nice and soft, so you can ply up left and right. That facial expression. Only a mother could love that, man. So ears are not going to be like Gizmo on these guys. Their ears not really going to be too bendy. I mean, yes, you can bend them, but there's no wire forms in them to hold the position. The wire forms are going to be in their arms. Like I said, you can get them up and out and twist them and things like that. Legs, same thing, up, out, twist them around. But for the most part, I mean, they're just display figures through and through. Got the nice little tuft here on the front here with his, you know, different colored scales coming out of the chest, different colored feet. So one thing to note, I mean, these are, you know, these are all individually molded and sculpted. These are not, you know, the same figure just with a different head or anything like that. Each one has a unique body, unique attributes. You know, his feet are going to look significantly different than Stripe's feet. So that is accurate to the movies, and it is a nice detail overall. And one of my favorites from the new batch, of course, is Brain. And he looks phenomenal, especially with those glasses. You get that nice little grin with the sharp teeth showing through. The brown spots on his ears. Looks great. He's got his nice gray suit jacket with the blue shirt, or the blue turtleneck, shall I say. Looking very, you know, collegiate. Again, his paintwork and feet and details and all that are going to be much different than everybody else's. So each one of them are unique. Get his arms raised up a little. Get his fingers together. Get him, you know, nice writhing of the hands pose or something like that. But overall, I like I said, I'm a sucker for Gremlins. I needed these in my collection. I think for $20, it's a no-brainer for Gremlins fan, because, yeah, I mean, they look great. They're well priced. You can find them at retail stores, or you can get them on Amazon, whatever you like. And if you don't like Gremlins, like I said, they got all sorts of different bendy figures with different IPs that you're probably into. So that's it. That does it for today's video review. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Really means a lot.